All right, so we got some new comics to go over. This is Spectacular Spider-Man 311, like the band. So this is not Zdarsky's run. His run's over. I think there's only 2 more of these books left. And then we're going to get Tom Taylor's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yay. Yay. So this is a Spider-Geddon tie-in. We got by Sean Ryan. Christos Gage is writing the main stuff. So this is a tie-in book, but you could probably read this by itself and be fine. And I say that for a couple of reasons. So this is basically going to be why Peter Parker is not in Spider-Geddon. So Spider-Geddon, from the way they pitched it in promos, is going to be more of a Miles Morales main event, but that's not true. It's going to be a Miles Morales and Superior Spider-Man event. It looks like from the way it's been set up, those two are going to be kind of the main 2 dudes in Spider-Geddon. And I'm fine with that, actually. I think that that's an interesting dynamic, especially with Peter Parker out of play, because he was the guy who led the last one, and they really leaned on him. So with him out of the picture, it kind of brings a weird, kind of different dynamic to it. But he's not completely out. He's in this book. Amazing Spider-Man, thankfully, is not tied to any of this. So for once, Marvel is not forcing you to read this, which is crazy. You could buy Amazing Spider-Man and totally not know anything about what's going on in Spider-Geddon. And I really do appreciate that. I'm not going to read all of these titles. This is everything that's going to be in Spider-Geddon. This is like $80-something. That's not happening. I'm going to read the main ones. Might read... So, where they had the one with Kane, I think that's Spider-Force. I might pick up Spider-Girls because Mayday Parker's in it. And it has better art for once. Jody Houser actually has been doing a good job with that book. The art has been the problem with that book. And that's probably it. I'm not going to pick up Spider-Gwen or Vault of Spiders. I don't know if I'm going to pick them all up. But the main ones for sure. So what's going on in this book is it opens up. We got Peter Parker. No, first it opens up with Morlun here. And it's showing him like he's mad. So this is why Peter Parker is not going to be into play. And I called this in Spider-Geddon #1. Morlun was mad. He wants revenge on Peter Parker. And he tells you this. He's fought him 3 times and he's lost 3 times. And he's like determined to beat him. Morlun was a pretty big deal in the JMS run. I think that's where he was introduced. That's what I remember him in. And he pretty much killed Peter Parker. It was an interesting story. A lot of people don't like it. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the Morlun stuff. Actually, his first appearance I thought was pretty interesting, but he's pretty much determined. And it opens up. We're gonna see Peter just doing some normal stuff, and I do like how he's drawn in this book. The artist, what's his name? Juan Fragari. He did a pretty good job. I like the pencils on this a lot. Kind of nice old school look to him. I like it, but. Pretty much finds out Morlun just kind of jumps him. And really the entire book is him and Morlun going at it. And Morlun just keeps coming at him. He can kind of, I don't know if this still applies, but he can hunt pretty much. The inheritors can kind of just hunt down, they call them totems, people with spider powers. It's really anybody, I believe, with animal-based powers. And he can just keep coming at him, and he just never stops. I thought this was really cool. See him, he grabs a jackhammer, and he's like putting it to his face. And I thought this was really cool. Like how the panels start like shaking. You see that? I thought that was really cool. Morlun is a beast, and Peter Parker always has problems with him when they fight. So this was pretty cool. So with him out of the picture, at least like I think this is going to be pretty cool. It's only going to be 2 issues, which is kind of nice. So The next issue will be him probably beating Morlun, and then that'll be it. I don't know if that's going to tie up and he's going to come in at the final issue of Spider-Geddon. I don't know. The whole time what's going on is he calls J. Jonah. So spoilers for the rest of the issues. It's a recommend. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. So I'm going to try and start doing numbers. 1 is poop. 2 is like meh. 3 is good. 4 is great. 5 is excellent. So, and I'm very, very picky, so you're not going to see too many 5s. But this was fun. See here, he's getting beat up, but the whole thing he's doing is he's trying to get his web watch or whatever it was. They use it to travel around the dimensions. He can call the web people, the web warriors. They're the guys, pretty much the web warriors, I believe, lost their worlds. So what they do is they go around, and they were going around and defending the worlds with pretty much Spider-Men that got killed by the Inheritors. That miniseries didn't last. It was supposed to be longer, but it got canceled. But it's pretty much just them fighting. He's supposed to get the watch back, and Jonah meets him in Central Park, and he has see how messed up he is there? He's really beaten. Like, they've had brutal fights. And Jonah meets him there, and he's like, I'm not going to let you get away this time, and he crushes the watch, which means he's on his own. He has to fight Morlun alone with no help, except he's got J. Jonah there. So that should be fun. But yeah, this is a fun book. It was a good time. I liked it. You could probably read this and not even have to read Spider-Geddon. That's the way it kind of is looking. So you could follow the series or just read this. It's up to you. But either way, I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's it. Check out the links in the description. You'll find a link to my Twitch, my Patreon, which is always appreciated. Any support, even $1. And a link to my Discord as well. Throw a like up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this if you read it. If you read the old JMS run. Did you like the Morlun stuff? A lot of people are really iffy on Morlun and if they liked him or not. I find it really interesting how it's really divided. A lot of people hated the mystical stuff. There was a lot of mystical stuff in that run. A little too much. The Ezekiel stuff, the totems, all that. It's just, what was it? Lady Webb was showing up. What was her name? I can't remember. But yeah, it's a really hot issue for some people. But anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys.